Well, hello and welcome back to the exact same place we were when we finished the last stream. I'm sitting in my seat. Lanno is sitting beside me. He's doing some producing work. And we're here, Kev Hackney Oval. Probably a bit of hacking going on in this game. Coming up, we have Gympie versus Maroochydore. Yeah, what you going to say?
Oh, well, we're producing. I just wanted to let everyone know we're at the John Blanck Oval.
Fine, be like that.
I'll be off.
Yeah. So, yeah, Lanno is now actually doing stuff that that I fixed up his problem. And the problem was, as usual, his eyes. Yes, I worry if he took a swing at me because he wouldn't see if he was taking a swing at me or the van. Yes, so let's cut to some people out there. Oh, everyone's gotten off the field now that we've started streaming. It was looking so promising. Players were out. They were doing some prep. Now, I believe it is Maroochydore going to be batting first because Gympie decided they'd get out all their fielding drills and throw the ball around and things like that. So Maroochidore's batting first? No, Gympie's batting first. Well, let's see what the sheet says. Gympie first. So far, no runs, but, you know, that's to be expected at this stage of the match. Also, feel free, let us know where you're coming from. We've also already got some chat. Hayden Kington saying Luke McNully. Okay, shout out. Nice work. Thanks for tuning in, and for everyone who is watching, we're going to hopefully have some fun cricket. And who, well, why not? Why don't we start nice and early? We've never done a prediction for the amount of runs to be scored in a game before the game started. So I'm going to go out on a limb here, and for Gympie, I'm going to say 99.
I'm going to say 117.
117.
Yep.
Rightio.
They were just involved in a cliffhanger.
It was another, like, yeah, after streaming the match that we finished here a few moments ago, we went over and watched the end of Gympie versus Coolum, which almost came down to the super over. And we've just had a team sheet dropped off by the wonderful Kelvin, who's going to be joining us in commentary later, maybe.
He just laughed evilly.
Yes. I didn't quite get the microphone that's out there for him.
He said, don't drop your standards.
Well, that's got to be a vouch for me after all of the mean things that you said in the last game about me in my commentary.
They can't be mean if they're true.
They can be mean if they're true.
No, they can just hurt your feelings, and these days, that's everything in the world.
That's not only does that mean, that's violence.
Psst.
You could work at, you know, a certain southern colonel's place with the amount of assaulting that you do.
I wouldn't work anywhere within 100 kilometres of you.
Why's that?
I'd be too busy working in a place like that.
Yes, thanks for throwing me under the bus.
Your daily grind. I think you'd have it together by now.
It's all together. All together passionately. That's the Indian title. No. Italian title for the film Sound of Music. Sound of Music, all together passionately. And it sounds like there's some bus driving being had.
Oh, I'm just looking. In the chat it said Luke McNully with love hearts. And the team sheet for Gympie lists a Luke McCulley. It's his debut, so I'm guessing that the unnamed person who wrote the sheet out didn't quite hear right. Nickname Skip, apparently.
That's a dangerous nickname.
I don't know where he's been. Oh, hang on. Parents are watching Harvey Bay. Oh, parents are watching by the side screen. They are too. I walked past them before.
Right.
There's a few people walking down there. There we go. Right, back to my producing.
And the Maroochydore wind's picked up. I realise we've got the shade cloth in the wrong position because I'm probably going to get tortured by the sun in the afternoon.
She'll be right, mate.
She'll be right. And in the meantime, we might see if anyone is going anywhere towards the field.
In the meantime. Helmet, great song.
I have a feeling that the scoreboard is incorrect.
Oh.
And the umpires are at least going out to the field. Making their way. Both quite well charged.
If you get a chance, it will be in our highlight package of our little 1-minute shorts of the first game. That'll be coming out as soon as humanly possible. If you get a chance, have a look at that. Look for Stephen Ledger's dismissal, because it's a strange one. Let me put it that way.
Well, let's just hope that the cameraman got it.
Of course.
As well. I'm assuming you did, but...
Don't know how you couldn't. Well, I watched it. I watched it happen, on the screen.
Okay, well then, yeah, let's watch that.
And the reason I say that is because I was just over there before, on my way past, talking to Steve, and one of the umpires from one of the games on the other ground just stuck his head in while I was discussing it with Steve, and the other umpires from that game who are doing this again sitting right behind me. The other umpire goes, "I think you're hard done by there, Sledge." And walked away. That was a bit mean of him.
Well,
some fellow umpire bus driving went on.
There we go. And Maroochydore, keen as can be.
Keen as mustard or curry powder. So all the games that are going to be happening
on this field
for the T20 bashes this afternoon, we've got Tuantanusa versus Caboolture.
That should be a good match.
That's a Caboolture. We've got Caloundra versus Glasshouse. And
should be a good match.
That is a Caboolture. Can't wait for the next one. I wonder if it'll be a good match. We've got Coolum versus Nambour on the other oval here.
No, that'll be rubbish.
That'll be a good match. And the game we're going to show, Gympie versus Maroochydore. Maxwell?
Yes, and we're just putting up the field's sounds there.
Sounds of silence. All right.
Batsman taking centre, thinking that's what people do.
Taking.
Didn't mark anything on the pitch. It's probably a couple of divots there from last match.
You said taking. I'm going to have a look. There was a note here about one of the batsmen. Known kleptomaniac. Maybe it's him.
Was he stealing centre?
He could have been.
Well, try and steal a few runs.
Steal a run or two. So Gympie down a few players today. So they've got some debuts.
Yeah.
Always good to see some fresh blood coming into first grade.
Got Ritters?
No, Ritters is up north. There's a carnival for young gentlemen being played. There's Corey Perrin's up there. Callum Stitt, remember how he chimed in from Cairns?
Yep.
Yeah, that's where it is. So I'm guessing he didn't
I
go up there to watch.
He said it was chiming in from Cairns. I thought he was with Pete McCauley.
No. Here comes the Golden Fleece for Maroochydore. Jack Ryan. That's a dot.
Dot to start up.
There we go. Back on the scoring. Doublet.
All good now that you've got your tablets working?
Yes.
Hey, look, the score's even on the screen.
And it hasn't turned off. The screen hasn't turned off yet.
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
Go, Jack Ryan, all action.
Probably a bump ball.
All right, so...
Cameraman there getting the important part of cricket with the fielders just rotating the ball around all of the fielders before going back to the bowler.
Well, you've got to do that. So we've got Ben Carruthers.
And others?
On debut. Information on him. He's a dirty cockroach from Ballina.
Dirty cockroach from Ballina?
That's what it says. Good contact. Golden Fleece is bowling well. I saw him up close, actually, before. Doesn't look like he does from this far away. Looks a bit different. It's like I probably shouldn't be calling him the Golden Fleece.
What should you be calling him?
I don't know. Sir, possibly. I did tell him that decided to call him the Golden Fleece, and he was okay with that, it seemed.
Well, you've still got your head on your shoulders, so.
To be fair, I'm not overly small. Another dot. And the other batsman is...
Number 10.
Jackson White. Oh!
Jackson White or Snowy.
Jack White or Snowy, known kleptomaniac. That's who was on strike, and you said he was taking centre.
Yeah.
It is him. The kleptomaniac. Can't help taking stuff.
I'm all over it. You know, I'm setting jokes up before... Setting up punchlines before you get to the joke.
You're like Neighbourhood Watch. Well, Maroochydore, fine form. They're competing with their third grade team over the back there for appeals.
Number of appeals, yeah. It's actually something they didn't do so well last game. There wasn't many appeals going on.
Not enough willy-nilly appealing, you think?
Oh no, someone's moving into a mini skirt sort of region in short cover. Oh. And yeah, just everything going wrong here. The bowler's thinking, no, I was not running at the correct speed. The wind was going in the wrong direction. That ball was just, it's going to be horrible.
My hair was tousled. That was the problem.
Here we go. Second attempt at the last ball of the over.
Here we go.
Oh.
Off and ticking.
And stolen a run there.
That's the end of the over.
And one from it.
None for one off one, or if you're in England, one for none.
I reckon at this rate they should be able to get past or around about to the 20 mark.
Bold proclamations by Maxwell here in commentary. You heard it.
Well, out there the batsman will probably be thinking quite a bit like Lanno. Better pick this up at some point.
Wow. I think that every time I wake up and get out of bed in the morning. Taking a while to get ready for this over, aren't they?
Yes.
Does it look like the skipper's gone, you know what? I don't think I bowled early enough in the last game. I'm actually going to open the bowling this time.
Maybe they heard that the people opened the bowling, didn't open the batting.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, what are we doing? I was going to say before, that's not turning over a new leaf. That's turning over like a forest for them.
I mean, it's a big change. It almost came undone.
Oh, yes. That's
or
very
in the
true.
last game against Nambour. Well, if you're joining us, thank you for joining us. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe. That way you'll get your reminders of upcoming streams. You can set a reminder.
Yeah, it can be automatically notified. You see it coming up, like our Thursday night match this week coming.
That'll be Gympie again.
It will be.
Gympie and T20 Noosa.
I prefer Tweonton.
Well, we've noticed that about your spelling. And Gip me.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll gip you later.
Oh, that's gone through. That sounded like a threat from Max. It's a dot. I just read.
You've been reading through the team sheets.
I've been reading through the team sheets.
There's been some buses being driven?
Well, I read the one for Coco.
Okay. So he didn't write it himself?
He definitely wrote it himself. Oh, it's in the air. Good contact. Stolen one run there. Yeah, for Coco it says, apparently born in 1810 and listens to the Telestream coverage. Bit passive-aggressive there, Kelvin. It may have come out of one of our recent streams, possibly.
I'm going to guess either Gympie versus Glasshouse or Gympie versus Nambour.
It was one of the two.
Well, Sammy Curtis asked me this week if we have any idea what we're saying when we're saying it. And we usually don't. We're not sure of it after either. Oh, first run that wasn't stolen.
Nice. run. I'll add that on. I will say our scoring tablet screen is not as finger sensitive as your phone was. I didn't have to press the screen 14 times.
On my phone?
No, just one time. This one, sometimes you press it, you look back down, oh, it hasn't done anything. Then you press it another 3 times, you look down.
And it's done it 4 times.
And it's done it 4 times, yeah. I do see on here because this year Gympie and Karoi have teamed up in the higher grades.
Yep.
And we've got a Karoi recruit.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Chris Longfelt. Says Karoi recruit arrived in full dress ensemble, also known as the sledge. Can limbo sub 40 centimetres for 10 metres. It's bold.
That's impressive.
Yeah. If he gets a 50, I want to see that down the pitch. A limbo.
Or if he gets
full batting
4
gear.
wickets as well.
Possibly. Who knows what he does? It's not Maroochydore. He can't do both, surely. Oh, he's glided that at his feet. Glod, I believe. If we're going back a couple of seasons.
Glod is a word.
Back when we tried to shoddily wallpaper over your half sentences and mispronunciations.
We did no such thing.
We tried.
You might have.
No. You're off your head on painkillers all the time. With your dental history. Golden fleece in. Drop that at his toe.
Oh.
Easily in. 1 run taken. Number 6 off Mini Richie 2.2. Some great pictures. Good angles here today. We got side on, we got end to end.
Just here again, we're just trying to film the people in the nets, but the guy for Gympie's getting in the road.
Who'd put a game on? Another wicket over the other side there, 3rd grade. Just managed to dig that out. Like that ball of string at the back of the cupboard that's tangled up with all the screwdrivers and scissors handles. It's a real tough one to get out.
Well, I pulled that out like one of the cables that's being packed away with 15 other cables, and somehow they've all mated.
Well, some people, if they knew how to roll cables up properly, would just be able to reach in, grab a rolled cable and be ready to go and roll out perfectly. Oh, that's flicked well. Whoa! Jack Ryan.
You'd think working for the CIA, you'd have a more inconspicuous haircut.
Well, that's the thing. Hiding in plain sight, you see.
Ah.
And also, people don't know who they're looking for. Is it Harrison Ford?
Is it Alec Baldwin?
Is it any of the other two that...
Chris Pine?
Was Chris Pine?
Yeah.
Someone else from The Office or something like that?
Yeah, possibly.
Not the real Office, The Office America. It's another dot.
I do like Ricky Gervais things. Oh, what do you say when people tell you that the American Office is better than the English one? Well, it makes me feel very rich.
Yes. True. You only had to babysit it for about a season and walk away and go, nice. Do what you want. I mean, they had to change some of the writing.
Yeah, well, you couldn't have it funny.
No, you had to make the humour a bit more obvious. Hello to our big American audience. He's dug that out as well. That's Jack White. Jackson White, Jack White. He's hitting stripes off the ball. 1 run taken.
Well, one would ask why there was stripes on the ball. It's cricket.
One would ask why I even bother with musical references when you're involved. None for 7 off 3. Dippity-doo. Right, I reckon it's time for a Maroochydore bowling change. It's normally how it rolls.
Yeah, get those opening batsmen in.
Aha! It's the performance-enhancing headband. He's going to be on for 1 over. Look at that headband. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, mind you, he's got it on a little early. You don't want to be wasting the charge. Okay.
It will take him another 12 minutes to set up this over.
Well, he only bowls 1 over sort of spells.
He's just got to wave to everyone first. How you
Hello,
going?
hello.
Fun back there?
Hello. That sounded out-ish, but it could have been bumpish. Put that in as a dot.
That's the headband doing its work there.
Oh, big time. Problem is he takes so long setting up his field because he imagines people would play any of the 17,000 shots that he's got at his availability.
Do you think he wears the headband when he's batting as well?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm going to say no. I'm going to have to ask him at some point. Good over so far.
So who are the main people missing from Gympie? They don't have Trent Riddell.
Yeah.
Probably good for us, given where we're located. Didn't think about that when I was setting up.
They're missing Louis Waugh because he's not playing at the club this season.
Okay.
Or the last season. They're missing, I think, oh no. They have their former Sri Lankan first class wicket keeper and bat.
I saw him in the canteen before.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, he got in before me buying out the entire canteen.
He was lucky. A lot of people missed out for the next 20 minutes while they had to make all that stuff again. Lukey McGuinness, the wild man of Borneo. Loves his cricket. Plays a lot of indoor as well.
And he does.
Also plays indoor cricket.
Oh, I've heard that.
Surprised you haven't played cricket with him, actually.
I have.
Oh. That's odd.
Well, I've played indoor cricket against him.
Normally, you would have mentioned that 14 times by now.
I did last season.
Ah. Well,
Thought I'd come up with some sort of new running joke this season, like completely misnaming players as to who they are. And I thought...
I don't know that you came up with that.
I thought Schloss did a great job last over.
That was pretty swift.
Oh,
the
nothing
umpire.
from the umpire.
He pulled his hands apart and adjusted his belt and put them back where they were.
Let's have a look at that again.
It's a good
No
appeal.
doubt they'll have to...
It'd be good if we had one of those audio things on the screen like Snicko, because the appeal, it would have gone crazy up and down. It's like Tarzan. Everyone was in on it. Here we go, Jack Ryan, the Golden Fleece. Left arm over. It's gone through the mid-wicket area for one. It's great being able to watch cricket, watch a live stream, the ball gets hit through mid-wicket, and you can still go to another camera and see the ball follow through. You don't just have to try and imagine what happened to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's frustrating sometimes watching some streams.
Oh, that's why we have multiple cameras.
Feel boxed in.
Unlike some.
Amphibious.
Riddup.
That is
Oh, that's a big shot.
high and mighty. It's going to be just short, but carry to 4 runs. That's what was needed. Patman, how are you? From the twos. Which twos?
Oh,
are you
just
doing?
inside.
Which twos are you doing, Paddy? USC, surely, wherever they are. Good clip. Good fielding. Good cricket all round. 14, 2 to come. Jack Ryan. So if you've heard of any results from second or third grade games that are happening at the moment, let us know. And as well, go to Facebook. Go to the page which is Cricket Community Sunshine Coast and put up there as well. If you're not a member, you can easily just join.
Yep, and it's one of those community groups that's not run by some sort of news outlet, so
yeah,
you can actually post things.
Oh, that was a great effort.
Well, let's have a look at that again.
It was no Sammy Curtis. He didn't have enough whale song or sticky tape to make that stay. But let's have a look at it. Fully horizontal. Look at that. Just popped out. It's the end of the over. None for 15 off 5. 3 and over. And yes, as suspected, another bowling change.
Yeah. Didn't seem like Schloss did enough of a job, so it looks like it's McInnes coming in.
It's Captain Cranky, apparently. Max will work out at one point that when you do it deliberately, it's not funny. Sometime near about the final of the women's, I'd say. And we'll get to that point.
Should we mention the final of the women's yet?
Not quite. We have to do an announcement of something existing before then.
Ah.
Say there's
big things happening.
Yeah. Great.
It's flat.
That is smooshed, and the
4.
pickets remain on the fence.
Just not hitting it as hard as the boys from Maroochydore and Nambour.
Yes. Patman, Tewantin versus USC. I knew he'd be wherever USC were. USC batting first. 3 for 86 off 25. Ooh, wonder if that's at Tewantin or out at the Swamp. Two taken there. This point in the game, there are a lot of easy ones around the place with the fielders back. Wallop!
Or you could try and go for not so easy fours.
Is he going to get to it? Oh, he's picked the gap beautifully.
I did hear that at Taunton News, no, not at Taunton News, at USC. Apparently, the news about the grades starting quite so quickly didn't get through to their groundsmen, so they only started preparing the pitch on Thursday.
It's a fair amount of time. That's gone up in the air.
It's over the fielder.
It's going to spin back though. It's a beautiful approach shot. Probably be able to putt it from there, I would have thought. Huh.
You know what that sound is?
I can see what that sound is.
I can't see it, but I've worked it out.
Certain transmitter attached to a lead.
That's the end of the over, right?
Banging on a stand. That is the end of the over. Max is going to do some producing. He's done for 28 off 6. He'll be looking for a quick fix to whatever he's producing. Piece of Velcro. It's rattling as he puts a stand down now. Rattle, 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 rattle. Hear Max now. I'll just mute that while he's rattling around. It's the second time today I've seen number 72 for Maroochydore. Riley, no, not Riley Jobson. It is Deneen Stewart doing handstands out in the field. All right, the Golden Fleece is back on again. Oh, that would have been out if it hit. One taken.
That's good commentary, Lanno.
Thank you. Feel free to join us anytime.
I hear you filling in my obvious commentary there.
Yes. Someone's got to do it when you're not here. They'll miss you. Oh, he's opened the blade on
One
that.
bounce.
Maybe if it hits. Good fielding. Just one taken.
Batsmen to change ends here, so we've probably got about 10 minutes while they rearrange the field.
So far, no sundries from Maroochydore. We've got Jackson White on 10 runs off 26, and Benny Carruthers.
20 runs?
He is on 20. Well worked out. You've done very well there. Putting a lot into that. He's really bending his back, the bowler.
So they're bowling him out, you think?
Yes.
Well, save one over for him later.
I reckon they'll bowl him out. They've got a lot of bowlers here at Maroochydore.
Well, a lot of batsmen.
I've noticed that, I'll have to look up, there's a player who's been absent both of these games.
There's someone's.
I saw the chat.
Crunchy date.
Yes. It's Predictadamus.
They're saying Gympie will win.
Wow. Bold. Scorchers are playing today. They're in the ground over behind us, but we don't have any score updates because we're trying to juggle 4 games scores-wise. But if you've got an update, Crunchy Roll, you can put it in the chat. Young Chatty from last season joined us in the box. Not here this season. Maybe he's playing.
Maybe.
Wooshka.
That could be
Not
out.
going to be deep enough. Taken.
That's one down.
Jack Ryan. Happy that his mission's been completed there. I reckon that might have been the last ball of his spell as well. It was. He's thinking, thank God I got a wicket after the last ball of my spell. Hooray.
Easy takings.
Well done. Well filmed.
Well, I don't know if that's particularly well filmed.
1 for 32 off 7. right. Well, we might have a bit of a around the grounds check. A bit of load all the games up.
Ah, this is the ex-Sri Lankan first grader.
Ah, yes. Where's Levi when we need him? Who's quality bat? Kuchu. Kanayaki. There you go. Really like that. Kanayaki. I'll have to bump into him soon and say, right, word me up. So I know exactly how to say it. And Max can stuff it up.
Crunchy Date says, no, just watching you guys. Well, thank you.
That's right. Correct answer. You move on to round 2.
Round 2?
Round 2.
Are you talking about the umpires?
Does this look
No,
like
that's
we've
two
got
round.
Matty Jacksonson.
Oh, well, you can't have 2 bowlers. Bowling overs back to back.
Nambour are batting first against Coolum. I'll give you an update on that in a second. Scooped it in the air, and that might go for 4.
That is 4.
And will go for 4. Might about it. So, yeah, in the other game, Nambour are batting. They've lost 1 wicket. Hayden Trace. Ash Renouf in good form this morning. Still going, not out 33 off 21, 4 fours and a 6. Oh, delicately played. 1 taken. And he's been joined by Josh Massey, who's 8 not out.
Ah, had a promotion, has he?
Oh, I think Sledge said, no, keep me away from those wickets for a while. Just mixing it up a bit by the sounds of it, maybe moving their order around to see if that makes a difference.
Patman says, oh, we'll come back to that after this ball.
Oh, it's cleared the field and will spin away.
That's a first grader shot. That's how you get off the mark. That's how it's done.
You reckon?
So, Patman has said, you guys broadcasting the women's this season? If so, when can we expect a schedule for that? It's a very good question. It all depends on when the association puts out a schedule for that. Because it'll probably be within at least 24 hours of that time.
Yes.
But
we'll have a streaming schedule.
Their first game is next week, but we're not streaming that first game.
Nope. Crunchyroll said, is the gun playing for Gympie this game? You just watched him play his first and second shots. And they looked pretty good. Oh, just waited on that.
Very edge-ish.
I think he just waited and dropped the bat on it. It's my story and I'm sticking with it. Patman says he's seen the women's draw on My Cricket. Well, Max has got less than 24 hours to make his promise come true then.
It's only gone up in the last 24 hours if that's the case.
Well, get it up then. Another great shot. Look at that, 4 runs. Oh, let's have a look at that again. That was beautiful. Just leant into that. Hardly even put anything into it, just all timing. Whoosh, look at that. Holds the pose. Are you watching? Are you watching? No, the other cameraman from the networks is off.
Let's go backwards.
Basketball when their cricket game's starting. One for 47 off 8. See if we've got anything from the other games.
Yeah, I think I looked at the My Cricket this morning and the actual women's draws were removed.
Only from your site. They didn't want you looking up women's draws. So Caloundra are batting first in their game against Glasshouse. Caloundra 3 for 34. And in the final game, it's Tawantinoosa against Caboolture. Tawantinoosa 2 for 62. Benny Laughlin's going nuts again. 43 not out of 28. 2 4s, 3 6s. Ben Claypool's in with him. Jared Officer out.
Okay, and in those 3 overs, no balls have been bowled.
Here we go, Benny Baker. Oh, great backing up as well.
Extra runs.
Every extra run is an extra run to the total. Oh, wait, that was your line, wasn't it?
Yep.
Sorry about that. Didn't want to
Sure,
step on it.
Ruining the script here.
Step on your script.
I'll take your next line. Wow, Max, thanks. That was the obvious thing.
It looks like it's going to go for 4 as well.
That's probably 4 more to the total.
Fortune shines and smiles on the Brave. Patman, USC 3 for 112. With 10 overs to go. They playing 40 overs in
should
2s
be.
or 50s?
No, it'd be 40s, surely.
40s, got to be 40s, mate. Crunchy Roll said the Sri Lankan player is playing in the V. Now they've been back up. There's runs for good cricket shots. Easy one if you're backing up as well. This is good. I think at this rate it might blow both of our predictions out of the water.
Yeah.
If I remember rightly, I said 137.
Said 99.
Good.
That was
Max
good
doesn't
thinking,
remember
Max.
Rightly. Nope. We'll get to the end and they're going to say you missed it.
Crunchy Date says Gunn is the player that Gympie got from Lesser Club Karoi, Yamundi Cricket, which... Yeah. So was there that Karoi Yamundi player named Gunn?
No, that's Chris Longfelt. Karoi recruit.
Longfeld isn't a type of gun, is it?
It is. It's not very successful. I mean, catches fire when the flint goes off in it.
Ah. Kind of like the English cricket team.
Yeah. Kind of like that. Yeah, in a absolutely nothing like it kind of way, yeah. Ooh. Not so much.
Well, Maroochydore wins, doing what it can to stay unpredictable. Crunchy Date's guessing 150.
Bold.
No, that's the batting.
I reckon at least nearly once every innings, but at least once every game you pull that same joke out.
Well, you've got to stop saying bold.
Well, thought you might have had something different to add to it. Turns out I thought
The good thing
wrong.
about having a bad memory is you can say the same thing all the time and you still find it amusing.
Goldfish.
Is that a memory joke?
Yeah.
Well, the good thing about having a bad memory is you can say the same thing and still find it funny.
Too soon. Luke McGuinness back with the performance-enhancing headband.
Yeah, all over that camera.
Decided they need to stem the flow of runs here. Now this is going to be interesting. Luke McGuinness, every delivery in the book.
With a performance-enhancing
headband. Bowling to a man that looks like he can handle any predicament thrown his way. Let's see how this goes. What?
People don't know that was actually Curtly Ambrose's secret. He had a performance-enhancing headband, but he had it changed into 2 wristbands.
Oh my
what a
word!
shot! That's 4.
I wouldn't have predicted that shot coming out. What I love is the non-striker was backing up so far. He ended up past the stumps, and the batsman just stood there going, "Yep, that's 4." Whooshka, look at that. Whooshka. I have to put that on a T-shirt. Umpire's going, "Yep, that's 4." So Kuchu Keniyaki.
Oh.
Let's try it again.
McGuinness has thought, oh, well, maybe I'll have to bowl a bit quicker at this guy.
I'll bowl for a switch hit. How about that?
Yeah, good little battle going on. Let's see what McInnes does now.
Slow ball. Not a slow ball. Definitely not a slow ball.
No. Crunchy Date says, then your nickname will be Goldfish.
I get the feeling you and him would get along like a house on fire, Max. The thing I've never understood,
Yeah?
there's never something else with that. I feel like it should be, you guys would get along like a house on fire and something else? Or just, I mean, how does a house on fire get along?
Falls over.
Yeah, gets along quickly, I guess.
Well, Crunchy Date says, then your nickname would be Goldfish.
Was it any funnier the second time you tried that in a slightly different context? I'll go ahead and say no.
Well, I'm enjoying it.
Well, you would be. It's all new to you.
New to you. That's a good shot.
Some good high knees from the man running the drinks out to the batters for Gympie. He's probably just run out going, "G'day, I'm new as well. What's your name?" Yep. What's your name? What do you do?
No, my name is New.
Yeah. What's
I'm the
your
new
name?
guy.
You're a batter, are you? Oh, yeah. What am I thinking? You're out here batting. Of course you are. You a bowler too? Or? Oh, no, that's them. Oh, some speed on him. Look at him go. Number 11. Who's number 11? Where are we? Oh, Tom Curran, 12th man, has slept 16 hours to get here. How does that work?
Don't know.
Sleep travel? Astral projection?
Well, Baker's into the attack now. Couldn't be a change of bowling.
No. Not given that he bowled the last over from that end as well. But then again, everything's exciting to Max, isn't it? When it's the first time he's ever seen it. Comes Benny Baker. That's a great shot. He's probably not going to have the legs to make it. Fielder getting around with the relay throw. Get it back in.
That's better.
2 taken. Mike Burke, welcome. Quality, I know. Obviously,
talking about the commentary.
I doubt it. I'd say he's talking about the cricket.
Oh,
That's going to spin away from you. Look out. Here we go. Splits the 3 fielders. So that's Brownie.
I'm getting kind of hungry.
Brownie's the international player from Tasmania, according to our sheet.
Crunchy Date. I would be aiming for the bowler's cloths.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know exactly what he's talking about there.
Well, the bowler might have a cloth. Now, we talked about this the other week, that he makes it look like he's stepping in and yorking himself, but the ball comes off at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So he's either got the toe of his bat is where the middle is. Not like your bat, Max.
Well, I think the wind just went, huh, at that.
Did it?
Yeah, so that cloth is probably what he's referring to there, the one on the ground next to the bowler.
Ah, yes, that has.
Easy. Uh-oh.
That's gone. All the way for 6. 6 runs. Let's get a replay of that. Probably not.
No. Sorry, we just had a slight...
If you'd like to watch that one again, just scrobble back on your YouTube bar with your mouse or your finger and watch it again. We missed the replay because of technical difficulties. But that was a beautifully played shot. He just opened the blade. Essentially a straight-ish cover drive for 6. That's cricket. Cricket's a winner right there. In the words of Jordan Harrison.
Yeah, I've got my buttons back.
All right. This is probably Matty Jackson-Simpson. Well played. 1 run. Nambour versus Coolum. Nambour 3 for 64. Ash Renoff run out. That was on the cards, given he was operating on half a knee out of 2 legs. Josh Massey went for 6, which is weird because he was, 10. I can say he was on 8 last time we saw him. Sledge and Wally are in there. There's a partnership that's put some runs on. Caloundra 4 for 51. Hills out.
Caloundra against Glasshouse this time, aren't they?
Yes.
That should be a good match. Very keen to know the results of that one.
Noosa 3 for 71. Benny Lachlan out for 44. Seems like after I do a score roundup, everyone gets out. That's short and should go for runs.
Well,
off the toe.
They realise the batsman's left-handed, so they put someone out there.
Silly. No one ever does that when you're batting.
No, why would they? They don't know that I can play that.
Well, they wouldn't. Where would they find evidence of that?
I don't know. Wouldn't exist.
I think that breeze is coming in from Antarctica, actually.
It is quite cool.
It's a bit brisk. Brown with the fielding. Rotating the strike, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right. It's like a paradiddle.
It's kind of like Maroochydore with the bowling. Can't have, same bowlers bowling too often.
Shan't. Whooshka.
Oh, that is over.
Yeah.
That is huge.
Almost left the picket area. That's monstrous. Let's get a replay of that.
Why not, hey?
What I love is the fielder for 1 second. If we look at it, go to the fielder. We missed it. He entertains the thought that he might catch it and then just puts his hands down again and turns around. It's 1 for 81 here. Right, now we're going to bowl. Outside off, and he's going to probably lofted cover drive. Oh, no. Womps it through mid-wicket. That's going to be 4 runs as well. He's hit that very well. Well, as they say in the business,
his hands up.
He's not here to procreate with arachnids. 1 for 85.
I'm not entirely sure they say that in the business.
They certainly do. You can say that in front of your grandparents and get away with it.
It's because they've almost all passed on.
Some of them said, I'll have extras. Not everyone passes on the mashed potato when it gets handed around the table. Short and sounded like the start of a long laugh, but didn't carry on from that. Ha! Then nothing more. They're probably just harmonising, getting ready to go into
Bust
some
out the
doo-wop.
quartet.
Yeah, they're going, a doo-wop, doo-wop. 1 for 85 off 12 overs.
So Patman says USC 4 for 133 in the 33rd over.
That's great. It's well spotted, Max. Well done, keeping everyone up to date with the scores around the grounds.
Do what I can.
It's not a lot, so
Really,
sometimes,
Patman did the hard work there.
sometimes your not a lot has just got to be left to you. Benny Baker going to bowl his spell out. This is unusual and new. Now, one of the great things about Benny Baker is every single time I see him, he's got a smile on his dial from ear to ear. He's always enjoying himself. Loves his cricket, loves the banter, always smiling. Great to see. Good young cricketer. Thinks I'm funny. Got hold of that. Down to it. Watch out for the car bonnet assist in the outfield.
Are they trying to scuff up that ball or something? They're rolling it in.
I just don't think he's got an arm, actually. Young Mr. Brown from Tasmania. He's been part of every relay throw in both games this morning. Ooh, no run.
That's not the best appeal from Maroochydore there.
No. They didn't harmonise before they began. That was the problem.
They can't have started all of their
Maybe
appealing training.
Someone might have needed a pitch pipe to start off with the perp. How's that? There we go. A lot of work. Try the underarm, I reckon. Go the underarm. Nope. Not working good.
Is he just foxing him?
I don't know.
He's going to do a direct hit from the boundary.
Well, they want to be running very slow, I'd say. Oh, there we go. That's gone miles. It's going to be up here on the hill. Oh. There we go.
Very, very big shot.
Technically, that's out of the ground.
Yeah. Despite it being on the ground.
Just over there beside us.
It's cut
Got a
away
replay of that?
It's cut away from those ugly mugs.
Let's get a replay, eh? And Wooshka, watch out for that van. It's still going, cameraman. There it is. Near those blokes in that van. Benny Baker, he's going to go again. An easy one. Looking for two.
And they'll get it.
Yes.
It's a bit more of an arm there.
Well, Cody Brown went, you know what? You might throw that. Maybe he's done a shoulder. That's what I'm thinking.
Right. It appears to be the end of the over. Either that or they're just all changing ends for no reason.
I think Riddell Senior last week had a better arm than that.
Yep.
Right, score update is currently here 1 for 90. Oh, that 6 didn't add on. 1 for 96 off 13. Travelling well.
We've got a few chats coming in. Patman saying, tell them they're not to sing the song until they've won. Crunchy Date adding, where you guys travelling tomorrow?
Us?
I don't know.
No travel tomorrow.
I'm going to sleep in. And Patman says, shots on here at Reed Park, but also the catches.
Sounds like it's all happening.
Shots, catches.
On. It's a good thing they're at Reed Park. There's power there.
It's true.
Mind you, we could currently stream there, couldn't we?
Well, we could now.
No. Well, we did before as well. Schlossage. Ooh. Schlossage bowling from the barbecue end. Yeah? Yeah?
It's not him who couldn't turn a
No.
sausage on the barbie.
Konyu from Caboolture.
That's what we got next Sunday. Caboolture versus Caloundra. Coming from ground number 1 at Caloundra.
Ding, ding. Just one game.
Yep. It's the first time we will have streamed there. Oval number 1.
What, this season? Yes.
No. We've never streamed at Caloundra Oval number 1.
Oh, Caloundra. I thought you said Caboolture.
Yeah, I did. They're playing at Caloundra.
No, you altered your script. Can hear the reversing going on over at the tip. Schloss. That might have been a bump ball. Went a long way after hit the pitch. So we've got Ben Carruthers quietly getting about his work. He's got 5 fours and he's on 45.
Well, I predicted.
Whoosh, gar, that has cleared the field. 4 runs.
I was going to say, I predicted that they'd make 99. They've just passed that.
Yeah, in the 13th over. And
let's take a look at that again.
Kuchu Akenayaki, another brilliant shot.
Just missing how close that fielder went to try and catch in that.
He's moved on to 46, so another boundary gets him his 50. And that might just be it. That's 6. There's the 50.
That's something telling me that's going to make the highlights.
Yeah.
He's got his 50.
One more boundary. Have a look at that. Whooshka. Oh, look at that.
Let's see it again.
Looks like he's rap dancing when you make it go back and forth like that. I don't think he's got batting spikes on.
Let's go back live because they've got the ball back.
Yes. Schloss has gone, I won't give you the slower flighted up ball. It seems you're okay with that. Oh, our friend from Love Hearts adult site is back in the chat. Hello.
Oh.
I think you should put him in a timeout, Max.
I couldn't be bothered. I have to go over there for that.
Oh. Luckily, the bots in the chat don't get too carried away. Just don't phone those numbers, people. Right, what have we got happening now? It's going to be Luke McInnes with the performance-enhancing headband. There it goes, straight onto the bonce. Ready to enhance the performance. 1 for 110 off 14.
Sloss just making sure. Now, you did charge that thing properly, didn't you?
Yep. I gave you that little mini USB stick for your pocket in between overs.
Oh, was that for the headband?
Right, a lot of fielders waving their arms going, is this right?
Batsman's there going, what are you boys doing?
They know McInnes enough. Everyone's going, am I like, do I have to go 3 degrees to my right? What's going on? Where's the best reception for the ball? Here we go, Kanayaki.
That's how you deal with them moving fielders around everywhere. You go, rightio, or belt the cover off it and take one so you have to do it all again.
I'll just whooshka it straight there. That's what he said. Take that, whooshka. Glad we put pegs in the feet of our concrete bungalow. 2 would have been better. But I think it's safe.
And batsman again going, what's going on here?
Guinness is My Little Pony prancing run up. Whooshka. Let's have
again,
another one to the same bloke.
Punching it through for a 1.
Right hand, left hand. Same fielder. All good. And again, what's going to happen?
Oh,
clean
that's through.
hit, 4 runs.
That
Thank
is
you
through.
for coming.
A solid shot. Let's watch that again.
Well, we're in the 15th over, and
Our predictions have been blown out of the water.
yes, I did manage to extend mine without you noticing to 137 earlier.
That went
But
so well it confused our cameraman which direction it went.
Turns out Nostra Crunchyroll might be on it again.
Oh, bold.
That's a very important wicket.
Well, let's look at that again. He didn't look happy about that.
No. Normally I'm ecstatic when I get out.
Well, just make sure you decharge yourself on something.
Yeah. So that's a wicket.
That's correct.
That's correct. Maybe go around the grounds. That was a whirlwind innings of 53.
Is your head sometimes, Max?
I'm not still sure you got that right. Actually, it was 58, which is probably what I just said anyway. Ben Carruthers not out on 46, so he's still there. That's what not out means.
You're getting good at this.
Yeah. I feel like every minute I spend next to you, I get dumber. It's affecting me, people. Might have to start a GoFundMe for mental elocution. So Nambour,
Wouldn't that hurt getting all of those shocks?
5 for 93 as we plough on and just ignore him. Sledge at 20. Wally not out 15. And Dougie is in. We've also got Caloundra. Four for 79. Get us into bowl.
Oh, two back to back.
That was quick and skittishy.
And bold.
Yes. This is an over. Well, I mean, not completely yet. Wooshka. Hat-trick ball to come next.
Let's go backwards. Take a look at that from another angle. He's taken the other stump that time.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's going on. You just think, oh, wow, that's amazing. He's going to go in the highlights because you sounded so not into it. Oh, it's not a hat-trick. Wow, that's amazing.
Well, I was trying to get the mood up before going, oh, a hat-trick ball coming up. And you're like, oh, I'll completely talk about something I was talking about and ignore you. So there we go.
Well, the chat, Patman Sport, the bots be everywhere. Every sports streamer I've seen has had to warn their audiences off them. Crunchy Date says, yep, mate, and it does, Max.
Yes. No one knows what Max said.
I can't remember.
Dewant Noosa is 5 for 109.
And I don't know if we really need to warn you off the bots. I don't think anyone looks, I wonder. So Chat69XYZ best adult dating site. Do you really actually get anything off posting just rubbish on people's things?
Hat-trick ball has gone by and nothing happened, thankfully, while Max filled the airwaves with nonsense.
Well, speaking of me filling the airwaves with nonsense, they're probably going, come on, boys, I've listened to your stream. Do you really get people tuning into you with this nonsense?
Well, one run taken. The bigger fact is, Max, that even the bots tune in, and normally you'll get 50 messages in a row. You'll notice we get 2 and they go, oh, God, this is bad. So even the bots leave.
Fair enough.
So very important over that was for Maroochydore. That puts them back in the contest because things were getting a little bit out of control there. like getting a coughing fit when you've had a very bad curry. That can get out of control.
Crunchy Date says, Max, there is stupid people out there. And Crunchy Date also says, also, that should be a sound bit. Yeah, I'm going to add you going, yeah, that was awesome, to the soundboard.
Go and find it. And I will just say that, Max, there is stupid people out there. You are telling...
preaching to the choir.
You are telling someone that absolutely isn't aware of that.
I've heard of, you know, preaching to the choir, but preaching to God, that's different.
Thing is, Max will be like, well, I don't know. I don't bump into them very much.
They're stupid people. I mean, I haven't met any.
I bump into a lot of very intelligent people when I'm out and about.
They all seem intelligent compared to me. And is this Baker from the other end? Or is it the candlestick maker?
It's a Baker. One taken.
I thought the kleptomaniac got out. Or did he get arrested?
Something. I don't know what's going on with this scoring thing. Really doesn't want me putting that other wicket in. I've tried many times now.
Oh, so it's going to go up to 8 wickets now, is it?
95 wickets, probably.
What should the score be, just for people out there?
3 for 119, I'm thinking.
Oh, that's a big shot.
That's the airborne
high,
ninth.
though.
It should be taken. Is taken by the performance-enhancing headband. Leading by example out there. That's 1 wicket.
Let's take a look again, because we can still do that.
It's gone high.
Went very, very high.
High. And Luke McGuinness got under it. Said, this is how you catch it, right in front of your eyes, people.
Safe as houses on fire.
Mm-hmm. Get along.
That's right.
4 for 119 off 15.3.
I wonder if they're gonna turn the bowling to Brown.
Max, you know what you missed out. All you
talk. What?
All of it's too late.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. You missed the golden duck on the hat trick. No, you can't. Can't do it. He's gone. The guy. You don't know what you're doing. You're a noob. Noob. It was Worcester.
Yeah, that one's for you.
Is a quality cricketer. Got a good ball first up. Yes. Sorry to anyone who's utterly confused why there's a duck walking across the screen. That's from about 25 minutes ago when Max forgot to press it. I didn't forget to press it. Only Max did. It's
because I am the one that brings you all of these wonderful pictures and replays and ducks and sound effects, and Lanno's the one that doesn't get the scoring tablet to work.
Apparently. I feel like a Dan Brown novel trying to piece together your day-to-day sentencing. Trying to find a plot point somewhere.
Look,
to bring people along.
Storytelling, mate. It's like a Tarantino movie. Non-linear.
You can't even fold your sentences like linear linen. That's one.
It's non-linear sentencing. It's a new thing in storytelling.
Apparently.
I'm just ahead of the game. I'm on the cusp of the edge of my seat in referencing the future of technological advancements in sentencing.
You should stop. You're not ahead of anything.
I'm ahead of emptiness.
So we've got 2 fresh batsmen in for the last 4 overs. That is not a fact you want to ignore, people. Because if the 2 batsmen who were going along before were still in, we might be looking at a lot more runs.
Well, Crunchy Date says, look who's back, right after Chat69XYZ has replied with a lot of emojis. No swans. I'm quite surprised by that.
Yes.
But clearly they've just been in the chat listening to us.
Yeah, like the cricket.
What are they saying in those commentary boxes?
That's probably that's their part-time job, and they're watching cricket whilst doing it.
They're trying to post those 1,000 times a second like they normally do, but they just keep getting lost as to what we're saying.
Yes. Now, we don't want to have to put you on the naughty step, Chat 69XYZ.
It's raining noodles. It's raining noodles.
Oh, that's not good. That was lost forever. Played away for 1 run. Another 100 of them in the next over. 100 singles off each ball. Next over, they go well. Schloss. Running 2.
Ooh. Nah, safe.
He was in.
Oh, he's been given. I don't have a camera at that end.
No.
Well, let's have a look and see what we can piece together, because that looked very safe from here, and we're right on 90 degrees.
Yeah. What do we got? What do we got? Here we go. Yeah.
Difficult to tell. You can't see the line, but...
Well, you can't say his bat was in the air because it was down and had been sliding for about 40 centimetres before the bails came off.
Yeah, well, our other camera was at the other end.
Yes.
Our sideline camera.
If only this was one of the normal overs.
Where Lanno would
where
have
you were
behind.
Oh, I haven't been anything to do with that camera today. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but that's why it's on the correct end for the batting.
Yeah.
What was that?
I was just laughing at the number of times I've seen you halfway through an over and adjust that to the other end.
It's only ever been the second ball of an over.
Uh-huh.
And Crunchy Date says, Max, always behind the 8 ball.
Not wrong. Did they say good on you, Lanno? That's what I thought I heard.
No, I don't know.
So, just a quick update for everyone on this game score.
It's
That's another wicket.
That is another wicket. Tell me,
Wicket,
is that a
wicket,
duck?
McSchmicket.
Is that a duck?
Well, you'd have to think it was, because he was run out at, actually.
No, other end.
We've got Luke McCulley. It is McCulley. 2. And I'm not sure who came in. I'm thinking it might have been Coggers, possibly.
Good camera work. Another catch taken in the outfield.
Catch, McSmash.
Mix Max.
McSmash.
So, 2 new batsmen, probably both on 0.
Well, my cricket's just frozen for the moment.
It's not even the start of the innings.
Haven't updated anything at all. So I don't even know who the batsman who came in.
Crunchy Date says, how much for
Went
another
twice.
camera? It's a very good question.
Where would you put that camera, Crunchy Date?
Well, we'd have it both one
No,
at each
I'm
end.
asking Crunchy Date.
Well, I know where I'd put it.
Well, we're not asking you. We're asking Crunchy Date because he's the one who asked how much for another camera. So he's obviously thinking there should be another camera, and we're wondering where would he put it.
Depends where you put it.
Huh. That was so painful. So this looks like Coggers, one of those left-arm bowlers, right-arm batters. Good Maroochydore appeal, that one. His foot didn't move at all.
Well, the bails didn't come off.
Bails didn't come off, and they've all gone up.
And he didn't hit it either.
So all
But
round.
worth a shout.
Absolutely. The slow one. He's reached for that, and that is going to be...
Oh!
That
What
was
an
in
effort.
and out. Wants to be careful diving out there. He might end up impaled or going through the sunroof of a Datsun 120Y that's submerged just underneath the grass there.
It was in and then came out.
In and you're out. Do.
Are you singing Katy Perry?
I don't know. I don't know who sings that. So that's the end of the O.
That's for you singing Katy Perry.
I don't care. That's 17 gone. 6 for 125.
Well, Crunchy Date says I would put at the other end for runouts. Well, it's not the camera that's the problem. Like cameras, well, I don't want to even say how surprisingly inexpensive our Zoomflex cameras are.
Essentially, the story is that we don't want to be highlighting incorrect or dubious decisions because the umpires don't have the ability to go to hand it off to someone with technology, so it would be unfair on them.
We did speak to the umpires about that and basically said it would be unfair on other games. So the only time that we'd potentially be able to do that would be in a final when there's no other games in the round, like in the grand finals.
Right. Get some more results for you people from the other updates, not necessarily results. That's been whoosh good on the ground. Ah.
Performance enhanced underarm.
He never does anything the same twice in a row. It's always something different. Okay, third ball of the over. We've moved that camera to the correct end, or we might have a run out for you, possibly. The one taken.
Would be handy to have another camera there and just go, don't need to move them. I've got both ends covered.
So it turns out we've got the Karoi player in. Is
gun.
Langerfeld.
It's pushed straight through.
Langfeld. Batting with Nisbet, who's on 4. Langfeld
Here they
is
do
on
good,
not
good-
runs.
Here they do good beds.
Langfeld is wearing number 9. 9? So he must be at the non-strikers.
Slower
He's-
ball bouncer.
He's going with a Wooshka wallop on that one. One taken.
Someone's saying don't call easy if there's a chance at a run out.
Yes.
It's a good thing for batsmen out there. If you start running, you run and just yell out, easy.
That's not in the spirit of the game.
What if you're playing against England?
Looked like he was getting ready for triple jump then. It's the end of the over. Try and get some score updates for you. 6 for 129 here with 2 overs to go. Nambour versus Coolum. 6 for 124 there. Off 18 overs. 9 for 95. Caloundra. 9 for 96 all out. Sorry, just updated.
9 for 96 all out.
Yes. And in the final game, Tawantin Noosa, 7 for 127 with 1 over to go. All right, it's all happening. Giving it a whomp. That's with an H in it. Homp. 1. This is the final over for the performance-enhancing headband. See how much charge it's got left.
Okay.
It's a long one, probably best not for during the over. That chat.
No.
I could hear the cogs turning in your head trying to work out how to get around that one. Short, quick, and wide called. It's the only thing about being side on here. We can't see just how wide it is. Unless we look at the monitor.
Or me.
Not sure how that makes sense, but yes. That'll be wide.
That looked like wide.
It was quick. Give it that, I will.
They've done a run or two.
Well, that's as good as a boundary almost in this over.
Oh, slow ball.
Tricked him. Two balls to come in the over. Still got that flickering camera. Another slow one.
It's only sporadically.
It still exists, though. And a quicker one. Mixing it up. Very T20 bowling, which is coincidence.
Probably the thing to be doing in a T20. Score says 6 for 135 off 19.
Nothing to see here. Move along. Mike Burke, opposition. Okay.
There's a bit of long, complicated scenario going on there.
We'll discuss that at the end of this
at
innings.
the innings break. Get the insights.
That looked like a slow ball as well.
Someone there trying to steal your lollies.
I've got no lollies left. So if that's number, I'm not sure if the numbers and the team sheet and my cricket all are telling the same story. A. Nisbet, that's Alex Nizzy, hits bombs on debut as well. So I'll make that about 3 debuts in this game for Gympie. Slow ball. Oh, there might be a run. Now run.
Oh, that was just all over the shop, really.
It was a comedy. So the batsmen have just run 3 kilometres and they didn't score any runs.
Tell me, your prediction was 137?
Yes.
Tell you what, it's going to be some interesting cricket.
Oh, could be 2 there. Nope, the other batsmen's are... Yes, they're running for it. That's 137.
Going to say, be some interesting cricket if they
138.
manage to get to the 150.
It will be with 2 balls to go. 6 for 138. Something tells me that McInnes had a chat with Jackson after his last over and said, mate, mix it up. Slower ball, quicker ball, slower ball.
Crunchy Date saying Maroochydore is behind the over rate as well. I'm not surprised, considering how long they take between almost every ball and every over.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening here. The batsmen are exhausted from running all the way down the pitch and running all the way back and not actually taking a run. Take a right out of you. So I think 6 for 139 is where they've ended up. Off 20. So pretty good total, have to say.
It's good to have the number 1 and 2 batsmen still there at the end.
All right, so we've got in this game 6 for 139 off 20. That's Gympie with a bat. 11 to Jack White. Ben Carruthers, 46, 58. A very exciting innings to Kanayaki. We had a duck to Woosty. First baller, 3 to McAlone. 2 to McCulley. 6 to Langfelt, not out. And 7 to Nisbet, not out. Bowling. Jack Ryan. All these bowlers bowled there for over spells. 1 for 14, Ryan. 1 for 36 to Schloss. 2 for 21 to the performance-enhanced Luke McGuinness's headband. None for 36. Why are you putting a duck on the screen before?
Because you said the guy got a duck.
None for 36 to Matty Jackson. Had a lovely little picnic lunch we saw before between games. And Benny Baker, Smiley McSmiles, 1 for 31. There we go. Other games. Let's try them. Nambour, how did they end up? 6 for 132 off 19. So still another over to go. Still going over there, are they? And we've got 14 to Sammy Ibe. He's hit 1-6. And he is batting with Nick Wallace. He's on 36 off 35, just grafting away. We'll keep you updated on that final over there. 9 for 96 off the 20 overs for Caloundra. And Tawantinoosa with the bat, 7 for 131 off their 20. So there we go. So we'll just wait for the final over at Nambour. Oh, 8 for 134 off 20. So that must have just been an over behind there. Against Coolum. Done.
Okay, so let's get to some of this chat here. So Patman Sports said, just seen a time limit enforced Tawantinoosa in the 39th over of their bowling by, 40 over match at 2:35 cut off. Not sure why the rule cuts the innings off there and seemingly punished the batting side. Can someone in comments or chat explain that? Crunchy Date said, Max, please explain.
He obviously doesn't know, Max.
Mike Burke says, opposition get the full allotment to chase them down. Crunchy Date says, Max, New South Wales got 77 runs versing Western Australia. That's a weak batting performance. Probably, I think current New South Wales side doesn't have enough left-handers. Patman Sports, USC 7 for 172 innings at close. USC did not bat. So that was Tawantinoosa, 7 for 172.
Sometimes when Max is talking, Max did not bad as well.
Guys, please explain the Tawantinoosa issue in that game. So, as a former captain, I'm going to pass that one off to you.
Right.
Because you probably have more of an understanding than me, which is nothing.
Well, I didn't actually hear the original thing, but essentially, if Tawantin are in the field, it's their responsibility to keep their eye on the over rate. So the game will be timed out at time. So if they lose an over there, then that means that's how that would work. But the opposition, actually, no.
Because then it's the fielding team gets they get the full...
Well, that doesn't make sense because generally the batting team can't be penalised. If you're batting first, you can't be penalised because the over rate's got nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Unless you're going for a walk, doing lie-down stretches between every over.
I'm assuming that would come down to the umpires. The umpires
Yes.
would say, or should say, that if they're getting called at that stage, then the team batting second shouldn't get more overs.
No. It should be the same amount of overs at the very least, because otherwise that's an unfair advantage to the fielding team.
Yeah, you
'Cause
just,
it means
you just
that-
deliberately have a slow over rate so that you get more overs to chase down there.
Because otherwise,
runs.
that's not fair. Because you've got more control with the ball against the batting team. So that's a strange one. Mate,
Unless you're playing against, Burp and Gary All-Stars when they
and then you will call it early.
and say, look, that's the batting team's fault.
Yes. Let's just...
Probably shouldn't have picked third graders in your fifth grade side that expect them to chase the ball so much.
We had fielders on roofs. They were walking with the bowler, but just walking sideways, jumping from one rooftop to another
I
rooftop.
had a 17-year-old scared to jump a fence, so I went and had to do it.
Well, you say jumped a fence. I'm not sure that's a fair description of what happened there. You ended up on the other side of the fence, let's put it that way.
Yeah,
Right,
well,
Gympie.
there's no sitting on the fence for me.
Oh, no. Gympie are out in the field doing their warm-ups. They would have to be feeling pretty confident.
139, probably one of the highest scores of today. Not the highest, obviously, because of Caboolture before.
But they, they saw this morning that Nambour took it to Maroochydore. So they're thinking, well, we can do it.
Yeah. They employed bowlers that didn't bat, or
True.
batsmen that didn't bowl. Something wrong with the Maroochydore team today.
They might be off their game. That's what they're thinking. So where was that game? Oh, no, it was an Amble game, wasn't it? But they did
Amble,
find that.
Coolum.
They did find that 20th over. That's all good. Good. Do.
And the Gympie cooler match this morning, bit of a nail biter.
That was.
Needed 2 runs off the last ball or 1 run for the super over.
Yeah.
And then got run out. Batsman got
Run
run out
out.
going for that first run.
Yes. It was very well bowled.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, no matter how that victory came, you could have won by 100 runs. It's still the same amount of points.
Oh, I don't know.
Victory.
I think run rate comes into it at some point.
Only if there's teams on the same. But for this game, you just get the same number of points for a win. Gympie out there in the field, making sure they get all their drops out now.
Doing what they can. Oh, the bots are back. Well, back, whether they're still listening. Thanks for tuning in. Feel free to leave us a like.
I think maybe Naughty Step might be in order because I did warn them last time.
Yeah, fair enough. Just give me a minute.
Max is just going to go do some producing. That's what he says, but I think he's actually just got a shopping bag around the corner full of lollies that he's going to go and snuffle around in. So when does everyone start their cricket? I know some people started today and are currently playing, so won't be answering this. And if they are, why are you on your phone in the outfield? Unless you're batting. That's acceptable. There we go. Naughty Step has been instigated.
Yes, it has.
So, with them changing the schedule for second grade and third grade
Yeah.
and making it this weekend instead of next weekend, which it was originally going to be,
Yeah.
that meant I was unavailable for this weekend.
Yes.
From memory, that's probably the first game I've missed through unavailability in a long time.
I would say so.
I used to play through broken ribs and dislocated shoulders and collarbones and stuff like that. Kids of today,
Oh, sucks.
they complain because they got a rock in their shoe. Getting breezy round these parts. Do, and something rhymes with that.
Arts.
Speak for yourself. Patman, I think 2s and 3s start today. They do, Patman. All lower grades and women start next weekend. Yes, we covered that earlier. I was just wondering.
We are playing in the 2s and 3s, so
Yes.
yeah, that's why Lanno's missed a game today through unavailability, because we do what we can to bring you these.
These streams, we hope you appreciate them. If you do, give them a like. If everyone watching now gives us a like, we'll have some
likes.
That's
That's good commentary there, Max.
I'll let you make the decision on whether you're going to let that comment.
From the feedback we've got from the other couple of weeks, or last couple of weeks, if we got as many likes as people tell us like the stream,
yes,
we'd have a lot of likes.
We'd have a lot of likes. And that's the thing, we don't know sometimes how much people are enjoying the stream. Sometimes you only hear the negatives.
We certainly hear about the negatives.
Yes.
That's always fun to hear about.
Now I'm just going to go do some producing myself because I can see a peg that needs to be pushed back in a little bit. So I'll be back.
Rightio. So he's decided to go and leave you all just with me, just because he wants to go and do some pegging. He's yelling apologies, but really, he knows that, well, you all know that he mustn't care about you if he leaves you with me. Crunchy date. Boy, is it raining there. No, it is not raining, but it's definitely windy.
By the time I come back, you'll still be on the same sentence.
Appears we've got a streaker. No, it's just Kelvin over there. That's crunchy date. Patman, same, mate. If I could give more than one like, I would. Ah, thanks. Thanks, Patman. What the hell have you got there?
Secret juice.
Secret juice. You told me you don't drink.
I'm not sure I washed all the detergent out of that before I filled it this morning.
Well, when you start burping bubbles, I'll be sure to put the camera on us.
I'm not blowing bubbles or any other Michael Jackson type of joke. All right. So,
I need a pulling thread.
It starts raining. I'm just wondering what we grab first and how we cover stuff.
It's not going to start raining.
It's good. Getting a very detergenty taste in my mouth.
Well, does that taste like exactly?
Detergent.
Frothy?
No. Detergent-tea.
Tell me, do you want to set up the next innings now for the scoring? Because, you know...
I thought I'd wait.
And then...
decide to do it on my own
do it
terms
halfway through the first over.
when I'm going to do it. I might set up the scoring now.
Yeah, good thinking.
Oh, I can't see the screen.
Maroochydore wins turned up.
Well, that's a bit early to say that. I mean, Gympie could win. So, I see it's unfair.
Wind. See this cover in front of us that's about to blow over the field?
Yeah, your grammar's all wrong. Like,
there is nothing wrong with my grammar.
You can say they won. You can't say they winned. Like, that's just not right.
No, there's some cricket covers right in front of us, right here on the field. Well, off the field, but the wind's threatening to blow them.
Along with sheets of paper like that.
I'm going to do some producing.
I don't know what happened to the noodle that you... Oh, wait, there it is. It's about 80 metres away. Well, Max has disappeared, so the quality of the commentary has just gone up. Maroochydore going to bat. See if they tinker and tweak with their batting lineup at all. It was a little bit strange in the last game. Neither of the opening batsmen were bowlers, which seemed very odd, given, obviously, Maroochydore. It's what they do. So maybe they'll feel better by going back to what they know. So they do have some runs to chase down. If you're wondering what that loud noise is, it's Max. Forget about it. Gympie out in the middle, warming up, as you can see. They need to stay warm. It's a bit chilly. So we'll probably see the old man, Kelvin Cochrane, celebrating the great year of 1810, his birth, by bowling. He's a wily character. You gotta give him that. Umpires are over there. They've got their fully charged shirts on. So what time are they due back on the field there, Max?
Well, it really depends on the over rate.
So you don't know the answer, but didn't want to say that. So just invented some phrase of nothingness, I see.
Don't know what you're talking about.
That much I'm aware of. Some questions for you, Max, in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe I'm qualified to answer them.
Max, who is the other person name? You mean her? That'd be Lanno. What scent does it have as well? I think he's talking about the smell of the detergent.
Kind of a pink grapefruit.
Pink grapefruit?
But it's hard to tell when you're actually just tasting it. It tasted detergenty. Detergenty. Right, we're almost ready to begin out here. 140 for win.
For a win. Or the win.
For win.
Got to work. No, that's Channel 7.
Winning will be paramount on Gympie's minds. So who's going to start?
It's a good question.
It's going to be Woozy.
It's going to be Sledge again.
It's going to be...
Oh. You're going to tell me that it's not Nambour?
It's Tom White, the good Whitey. Best player in his family. I'd say he probably had something to do with that comment.
And here we go. Back to cricket.
Ding, ding. Good hoit. And a wide. It did look like the keeper was going to his left there.
Put those field mic back up.
Those field mic.
Yep.
What did you just finish saying to me about?
About your grandma.
Yeah.
And could be wide again.
Oh, he's going wide surprise from the start. That's a bold move. I'm going to lie to you.
Well, it's a bowling tactic. That different enough for you?
Yeah. It's words that seem to go. The wind won't affect six hitting because it's been this windy most of the day, really. But from the end they're batting at now, if they hit it straight, they're going to have the wind behind them.
Gonna say, he needs to work on a better surprise ball there.
Yes. Is that leg by? No, bat. There we go. Scored a run with the bat, so now we can tell you it is the same opening batsman as the first game. Jobson and Gilder. Being Zane Gilder, karaoke superstar, Riley Jobson is the concreter. 17-year-old concreter wearing number 30 there. Look at the size of him. Whooshka. Oh, well done. Got down behind that. And forgot his hat. I think we need a spa bath. Be a good place to commentate from. Oh, that's gone through, but it won't go all the way. Gonna run two.
It may. It went all the way.
How? It looked like it just trickled about 10 metres away from him. I did forget about the rolling hills of Hobbiton over the far side there. 4 runs. Crazy. Might have bounced off the bull bar of a Toyota Land Cruiser buried over there from 1978. Clipped around the corner for one.
Well, certainly a stronger start for Maroochydore than Gympie had. I think Gympie at this stage, well, 1 run.
That was well played.
It was well played.
Just, oh, he slipped again. Might be some cooking oil out there on the pitch.
Well,
when were you out there?
It's what happens when you try and cook the pitch.
Get the feeling Max might have been out there with his
greased up chicken.
Yeah, his army rations earlier on.
Well, unlikely. Would have probably played more of a part in the first 2 innings. First games, and then the first innings of this game.
I don't know, it could just be coming back to the surface. None for 9 off 1. I know where all the cars are buried at. We've only got to look across the field to see the hollows and the rises. I think we're about to lose our side wall soon.
I think so.
If only we had that peg. Go on the list for next week. Bring a clamp. Yeah, I think this might be Woozy. Michael Worcester. Sauce, they call him, of course. Fastest man in the West, incapable of blocking a ball. Well, interesting, I've only just seen that comment now, because after his first ball duck, it's not entirely untrue. I'm not saying I could do better. Ooh, hoit.
It's been given as wide.
Wideage. Max is going to try and do some producing whilst still connected. Oh, there we go. Does the popper squat as the bowler comes in. I believe Gilder got up in the 30s or 40s in the first game.
Something like that.
Thanks for that input.
Do what I can.
You did nothing, actually. You more or less just agreed with me, hoping that I was somewhere near right. Was he in? Oh, it's in the air and is safe. Well fielded. Now the scoreboard is showing 1 too many balls bowled. We'll fix that up shortly. Here goes Sauce. Dot is good. Dot means that now we have the correct number of balls on screen. Yes.
What? Everyone heard what you were thinking.
It wasn't what I was thinking. I looked across to look at the screen and saw that there was a group photo going on there at the time. Good height. Yeah. Glad you fixed that. We're going to say goodbye to our side wall shortly. Might need to get up there and actually reattach it properly. Sauce in. Clomped.
That looks to be the end of the over. We'll mute Lanno's microphone so he can do some producing.
Did you know that cricket is the #1 sport currently being watched in this stream? To advertise, contact sponsor at TelestreamTV. Cricket.
Somehow, even when Lanno's out of the commentary box, he can still manage to be just that little bit annoying. Okay, and now Gympie doing the Maroochydore trick of spending 45 minutes arranging a field. Whoa, that's high. That's very high. Could be out. Fielder got completely lost in that. Forgot that he was playing cricket, or maybe it's just that much more windy up high. Either way, not the best bit of fielding there. Back live. Batsman's just edged that one onto his pad, and they've got a quick single there. Sorry, still going through the replay there as that came through, but we are back live now. Those helicopters going overhead has meant that the winds here have calmed down a bit, which is very handy for our concrete bungalow. Lanno pulling out the most unbelievable sort of things, trying to hold everything together. And if I lose that pen, he's only going to have to get me a new one.
It's my pen.
Oh, righto then.
You haven't brought a pen in 3 years.
Oh!
Kelvin tried to headbutt it back to the stumps.
That's big. That's very big.
It's gone along.
That's a 6.
I was waiting to see if there'd be the sound of a roof.
No, still landed inside the in the field.
I'll tell you who could find if there was any BMWs
Who's
buried
that?
on this field. Trent Riddell. He'd hit it up into the air and find a beamer.
One just played in the V for a single. So that's the difference between Maroochydore and Gympie here. I'm having trouble getting the replays in because Gympie pushing through things. There goes that pen.
Great. You've ruined everything.
There goes that wall.
Number 27 off 3. They started their first over with 9 off it, and they've continued in that vein. Source in. Good heat. One taken. Crunchy is saying that Zane Gilder has a flaw in his technique. I think he'd beg to differ with you at the moment. Zane Gilder's a man with the popper squat halfway through the bowler's run-up.
By flaw in the technique, does he mean something about the floor? He's just checking the floorboards as the
Sure.
bowler's
With
running
his,
in.
with his rump. And there it is. I mean, there is a small flaw. He'll wear his bat out. He keeps hitting it with the ball.
Mhm. Well, I've heard quite recently that cricket bats aren't really designed to hit cricket balls.
Not on the toe, apparently. They're certainly not covered by anyone that sells you one. But on the 8th time with a softball in the net, gets a cracked toe, not covering you. Yeah, that's gone. That was a very good catch.
Umpire's finger didn't go up, but the batsman's walked.
I'd love to see a replay of that.
Oh, you want to see a replay of that?
Love to see a replay of that,
You
Maxwell.
want to see a replay of that?
Yes, so would everyone else, so
Oh.
shut up and play it. Wooshka. Oh, good catch. That was climbing. Climbing, I tell you. 1 for 30, 2 balls to go in the over.
Gympie have opened the wickets account, and it's difficult to tell whether that was the bowling that moved that ball or whether it was just the wind, because the wind is certainly trying to move everything around us at the moment. But Lanno trying to remortar the bricks that are holding our bungalow down. And Maroochydore deciding that they can try and slow the over rate by taking forever to get their next batsman to the middle of the crease. Maybe he was just over in the nets working on his bowling.
Right. See if that lasts for more than one ball.
It didn't. The pen just exploded.
Right, at this point, I don't care. I might just rip the wall down myself. Be done with it.
I've heard that there's, you know, your family is quite well versed at rock wall building.
Yes. I'm not
Maybe
sure
you
how
could need one.
portable that is. Oh, it's hit him on the pads, and
Kelvin was, no, it's not even Kelvin. But the bowler was disinterested.
was he? He was just interested or disinterested?
No, he wasn't interested.
Was not interested is
No.
what you're saying.
No. You asked, was he? And I said no.
No. It's like just a
Maxwell,
barrage almost.
Why can't the umpires hold on to your players' items? Don't know what that means.
Umpires.
Ah.
COVID
Yeah.
was brought in for COVID, and the umpires have gone, you know what?
Yeah, we don't,
I like
don't
this.
hanging on to things.
I don't like hanging on to
really
this stuff.
complicated.
They said, let's just keep them going with this, shall we?
Except for the umpires of previous night matches where we had stump microphones on.
Yeah.
It was very fun listening to their conversations.
It's 1 for 30, 2 for 30 off 4, apparently.
Telling the players not to swear.
That's right. I don't know that it is 2 for 30 off 4. Don't know where that wicket came from.
Yeah. That was the call behind.
That was the first wicket.
No, it wasn't. Was it?
I do believe so, yes. Yes.
Okay, looks like Andy Coughlin
Coggers.
coming into the bowling attack.
I can tell you about Coggers, but on the sheet it says fastest leg spinner on the coast. Here we go. Left arm moves the ball a bit, as the batsman does as well. The opposite direction with speed. Makes them run them though. One of those runs is easy with the wind at your back. Gilder with another 2.
Speaking of wind.
Wind.
And no run there.
Kerflump. Comeback ball by Coggers. He's got his 1 footy sock pulled up on that one side, and then when he turns around the other way, you'll find that he's quickly pulled the other one up. Look at that. Magic. Oh, that's 4 runs. 4 runs.
Yeah, you can see our...
There it is, flapping in the breeze. Ah, it's pulled out of the pegs in the ground as well. So we're actually not far from that disappearing over the horizon.
I might leave that to you. And Cogger's coming in to bowl again. Oh, advance down the wicket. Looks like it's just going to be the 1 run. New batsman taking guard. Wonder what Coggers will do here. Gympie moving players around the field. And Lanno's advising me it may just be the wind actually moving those players around. Oh, that's high. And fallen safe. It's probably moving around a bit when the ball gets that high, given the wind that's happening at surface level here. Go up to the roaring 40s, about 40 metres above the ground. And Maroochydore swinging the bat as hard as they can. And, oh, that's some good fielding down on the boundary. over gone there. But solid work.
I'm back.
How's that wall?
It'll last for at least 3 balls.
I'll just set my stopwatch.
Right.
That's some good fielding.
I heard some of your outstanding commentary.
Well, I wasn't outstanding.
Well,
against
looks
the wind.
like that ball's gone high in the air. The wind might be a little more up there in the air than down here on the ground, which was, I thought, breathtaking commentary.
Well, when you're that high. Well, the other thing that I could do is just stop all the switching and replays and everything. Just commentate. It might make more sense, but
I doubt that.
is this 2 balls gone?
There's no balls. And the pegs have pulled out of the ground.
And bowler coming in. Batsman's decided that block should be played in a T20. I don't know what he's thinking. Maybe he's thinking that he'll just put the ball right there and the wind will take off with it. But maybe he could use a sail. And then that ball would be sailing over the fences. I know he's picking up pieces of an old gold and onyx fountain pen. Oh, that has had some heat go through there. It's like a curry that I had last week, and one that Lanno might tell me about how his last week has been. So, how's your last week been, Lanno?
Not as stale as that last joke I heard you telling. I think I've only told that once in the last game and once in this game. But we should trot it out a few more times for sure. Here comes the sauce. It's gone to the bowler where there isn't anyone.
Oh, interesting bit of work. Oh, what's going on? Maroochydore seem to think that they're 5 overs down. They've only got 2 overs left to get the remaining 120 odd runs.
Well, they might realise that they don't have any more batsmen.
Well, you'd think you wouldn't throw your wicket away if that's the case.
You would think so.
I want to run on that, boys. There's one there.
Seems like this batsman's trying to work that ball around the corner, and it's not there to work around the corner.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling.
Starting to get the sun on my shoulder here.
Oh, good.
It's got
As you blow away, you'll be nice and warm.
Yeah.
In this cold breeze.
Got some wonderful edge lighting here happening.
Wow.
Cinematography. Planned it all morning.
They could call you the Edgelord.
Still trying to work that around the corner.
Time you just shrugged into it.
I've seen a interesting tactic where you just turn your back on the ball and let it hit you square in the back.
Yes.
Not the tactic that I would choose, but it's definitely one that has been employed before.
My key to defence is to just wear more padding and then let the ball hit you.
Crunchy Date says there's a wicket coming now.
Maybe he's been online and ordered one. I'd have to say this is probably, in this our 3rd season, the windiest day we've ever experienced here at Maroochydore.
I haven't even eaten beans.
Maybe we've angered the dump gods. Cog is in. It's a good ball. Ooh, look out, sliding.
It's gone for the roll.
He's hit the door handle. Ford Capri. Gotta watch out for them. They got that little hook on them.
Well, got to keep an eye out for hookers.
Sun's come out. It's good to see just any kind of brightness appearing, particularly in commentary. None taken there.
And Cogger's into the attack, or still in the attack, or whatever you want to, however you'd normally say it.
Bowling. Oh, he's done well. Stumbled over one of the little hobbit houses down there, but scooped it to his fellow fielder. Good thinking.
What about getting hit in the helmet from your own bat?
I mean, who doesn't do that, really? Well, that's in the air, and
that could be out.
It should be out, and is out. Well, I think we took that through well.
Let's take another look.
Don't threaten us and not show it. All right. Comes down, has a look behind. We are all G.
Yeah. Cameraman wisely not allowing for the scores at the bottom there. Not showing the rope, just to avoid any controversy. Wally?
So that was Deneen Stewart. Came and went. Sonny Bill Williams' cousin. Is a fact that they wanted to double check when I went back to the Maroochydore rooms in between games. They said, you make sure you got that? You make sure you got that one in? I said, yeah, got that in. And they chuckled.
Crunchy Date says the straight fielder should be more straighter than wider. Well, I think you'll find most people in this grade aren't really that wide. It's about fitness and stuff.
Do you have relatives in chat? Just wondering.
No way.
I'm getting flashbacks to commentary when I'm reading some of these comments.
That's I'll tell you what it is. It's callbacks from the future.
Straight fielders should be straighter.
We see the scorers there doing their work. What looks to be Beefy throwing a ball around.
Got Coggers.
Oh, it's Coggers throwing the ball around.
So you don't have to go through people. It's a good length. Oh, misfield. No one there. Juan taken. One to come. I reckon this might be bold. Oh, Scotty McSquats. Ooh, hit him on the foot. Footed him.
Umpire not interested.
Not interested, but gave it a leg by. So you can't say it had bat in it.
That would be rather amusing. Leg by. Oh, what about the elbow? No, he hit it.
Caught behind. Oh, I thought you were appealing for caught behind.
Well, he definitely wasn't out run out, so I called him not out. Wouldn't that be mean to do? You're out umpiring a match and someone says, how's that? Oh, he's not out for caught behind, but that's LB for sure.
Zane Gilder not out 29 runs. Matty Watsonson is out there. The man that his family and friends call the Greek god. Like a sculpture, they say. He's on one run. When are we going to see Captain Fantastic Coco? That's the question.
Is he the captain today?
Probably not. I believe he is, though.
It's on your sheet.
Not really. He filled it out, so he doesn't put much information in there.
Nah,
But I did see him out in the middle tossing earlier with the 2 umpires. Don't do it. Oh, well done. We'll see. Can't put that on me.
I didn't say anything.
I had to step in with a harness to restrain you. Back foot whomp. As soon as the scorers have worked out who the bowler is, it's White, Jay White, Jackson White. Oh, that should be
That's
out. Gone. I bet we've got some footage of that.
We do.
Wicket,
You wanna
wicket,
see it?
McSchmicket, yes.
I don't know why it says replay. It should say wicket.
Here we go, and the side on, look at that. Boom, quick handwork.
Oh, it was close.
He was gone by a country mile.
He'd almost turned around.
Gone, and then back. That is outski. You, sir, are out. Goodbye, Wall.
There goes the wall.
Wall's gone.
That's probably going to make it less windy now.
You think so?
Wonder how that does for our lighting now.
Moody,
Mm-hmm.
much like I am. All right, looks like the performance-enhancing headband wearer, Luke McInnes, is coming in, swinging his bat. First shot, what's he going to do?
Well,
Inside out, reverse ramp.
I think he's going to try the Czechoslovakian pull.
Czechoslovakian pull, you reckon?
Mm-hmm.
It's on the cards. He's talking to the wicketkeeper going, actually, you batted very well against me. What should I do?
Yeah.
And he's saying, charge him.
Charge him again.
Definitely charge him.
Go down the pitch, charge him, and miss the ball.
Absolutely, you should charge him. He'll flight this one. So it's Jackson White. This is Snowy, known kleptomaniac. Well, he just stole a wicket. He was out with the bat earlier, taking centre. Oh, he did come down the pitch. Tell you, Gympie, they've just got a spring in their step, and it could be the inner springs out of the cars buried out there, but I'm not going to say it definitely is.
Will this win be golden from Patman Sport?
I thought you said wind. See what he's going with there. Gympie Gold.
I was actually watching that, and I was wondering if the actual sound was delayed. Seemed like watching it live that the sound didn't match up with what I was seeing. That's not thunder, people. It's just quite windy. That's not even the field mic.
So it was Zane Gilder who was the man who was stumped, so he was the danger man.
Cogger's back in. Punched
Right.
away.
Just swapped my microphone over to facing the other direction, away from the wind.
I was actually thinking of doing the same thing.
Aha, I thought of it first. Oh, that noise is still there. Cogger's in.
Just punched through the field there.
It's called 222. It's the start of a phone number. That's a good arm. Very well in. And a good pickup by the keeper.
Don't think we have phone numbers like that in Australia, do we?
We do in make-believe land, which is where we spend a lot of time.
Oh, slower ball from Coggers.
Defensively played away by Matty Watson.
Slower ball from the fastest spinner in the competition.
The slow ball. Has to be opposed to his quicker slow ball. There we go. We knew he'd get something exotic. He is the Joe Exotic of Maroochydores batting lineup. He's got a Tiger King of shots about him.
You say Tiger King as though it's a number.
It's a thing. An exotic selection, in fact. Patman says Taunton 3 for 27 off 11 overs in the twos. Oh, fully. Got away with that, I reckon. One off that should be 3 for 56 off 9.
You know, Lanno, it's when you tell me jokes like that that I just pray that the sound goes off of our microphones when we're in an ad break.
You can try and set me up, all you bitch. I'll give you some updates on the other games after this over. A couple of them very close.
What I'm keen to hear about is
Nemble Coolum.
Absolutely.
Personal interest in that one. Both of us. That's a good cut shot. He's played a regulation shot there. Well done, fielder. Keep him under pressure.
Yeah, it's a bit clonkish.
Jack White, snowy bowling. Oh, that's done him for spin. Oh.
And for 4.
Now what's happened there, he stood up to try and run, and one of the cars that's buried upside down with its wheels in the air, he's just slipped on one of its wheels. The wheels have started turning around.
And he's probably thinking the boys are saying something stupid right about now. And Coco, you're 100% correct.
I reckon he sits and watches the stream with a notepad, just puts little bookmark timers down, goes, right, okay, gonna remember that. Oh, that's walloped. Oh,
He
great.
Put in all the effort.
fought.
Was that a 4 or a 6?
I think it was a fua.
Let's have a look. Work it out.
With a replay, not a 6 or a 4. It's a good replay. Oh, he's doing the worm down there on the boundary.
That looks like a 4 to me. And just cutting back live to that wide.
Bowls it again. Didn't go as far as he hoped. Did the Greek god.
Crunchy date, Max and Lanno, what teams would you be playing for in the 2s or 3s? Well, Lanno's probably going to be doing a lot more playing than I am, but at the moment we're both slated to start in the 3s. And who knows, might be first. Well, I might be first next week.
Yeah, righto, dream on. Firsts. You might make threes. Won't be as a bowler, that's for sure.
That's true. But we've got some giant news that we're going to be explaining in the grand final.
I don't know how giant the news will be.
Well, there'll be news.
2 runs. You might have a expensive doorstop, a windbreaker. Whooshka! It's been cut.
Oh, just as well we don't have a pitch mic out there at the moment, because that almost came through loud and clear.
Yes, I'm not sure if it was the batsman or the fielder.
Pretty sure it was the fielder. Crunchy date. It won't be that big. Oh, you don't know. People who have seen it still go on about the size. And I'm not referring to what Lanno thinks I'm referring to.
I know exactly what you think you're referring to by deliberately making it sound like you're referring to something else. It's terrible.
Headline, Telestream promoted to first grade of commentary performance. Well, it's time to put their money where their mouth is, and it turns out they're broke and stupid.
I'd give it a go. I wouldn't say no.
Oh.
Oh, what happened there?
They've gone for overthrows.
It's like it hit someone in the head.
Fielder throwing it decided, you know, that good old, which end do I go to? Oh, let's go to the middle of the pitch. And no one was backing up for the middle of the pitch.
No one thought he could throw it that far, I reckon. They've gone, that's a long throw. No one's getting it that far. Cogger's in. Bowls a slow ball, not the slow ball. He's got a lot of variations on the slower ball, does Coggers.
Crunchy Date says Maroochydore are doing very bad. I'm not sure if it means bad or bat, because that word's been
It's been interchanged
earlier. But yes, I would say not having their best day of cricket.
I'd say it's a bit windy for bats, really. They'd want to stay in their trees.
Caves.
Or trees.
Yeah, but you don't go spelunking in trees.
Well, you might do if they're underground.
I won't lie, that wind's a bit cold.
I wouldn't have thought I needed to put a jumper in this week, but it's rather chilly. 376 off 11.
Have you noticed we've got a very, very short person on the field? We'll come through here in just a sec. Ah, it's...
Nope, missed it. In the air and...
Oh, he's caught it!
He's picked that up the second time.
He's caught it on the second attempt.
Oh, he's a show pony. He just wanted to make sure everyone was watching.
Oh, hey. I have the inside scoop on that.
Was that Coggers? Boom and whooshka. Look at that. That's got to be a highlight. We've got every angle on that. Oh.
That makes it look like he dropped it, but if we go back.
Go to the other. Watch the bowler's face.
He's caught that. The bowler can't believe it.
That camera there, go back on that. And watch the bowler's face when it first comes out of his hand. He's like, oh, no. Ready?
He's like, oh, yeah, there's a person there.
Yeah.
Oh,
no. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He looked like he was about to say, oh, no, good try. Oh, he's caught it again. Yes, we got it.
Sneaking suspicion that
we
that's
got
in the
it.
highlights.
It's going in the highlights. Better put that wicket in. Apologies. Was going to bring you some updates from the other grounds, but things have been happening. grafted. A great fielder rising.
Fielding. Well, that camera was on the wrong end.
Yeah. After all you were saying earlier. White. It's in the air. Into space.
It's going to be safe. Is it going to be safe?
Oh, it's
Good
well
fielding.
fielded. Really well fielded. And a big arm. That's a
All the way
huge
to the
arm.
keeper's end.
Whooshka. That's just flexing, that is. It's a throw flex. So Schloss is out there. He loves to just poke the ball around. Luke McGuinness was out. Matty Watson is still out there. There he is, playing that for a one.
I was going to say, if they had to run hard there, there's probably two.
Wow, Matty Watson, if he runs too quick, the camera's not going to capture his best side, is it?
It's luscious locks.
I don't know if he's got luscious locks at the moment. They're a bit more unruly.
Oh. Sounds like there's a wicket over on the other field.
Ooh, it's a quicker one. And a dot.
And the batsman saying, come on, wide or anything?
So that is 4 for 80 off 12. And around the grounds, let's go.
Should do a graphic for that.
Nambour and Coolum. Nambour, of course, 8 for 134. Coolum, 2 for 65 off 11. Glasshouse, 5 for 65, chasing 96. Just update that. So Calandra scored 96 and 6 for 66. So since I updated that, there's been a wicket and a run. That's 6 for 66. Caboolture and Taunton. This is the big game. Caboolture 2 for 82, chasing 131. They seem to be coasting. 32 to Mr. Batachotto and Mr. Trask, 19. Not out.
All happening in cricket across the coast. And here, right now, we've got the man, the myth, the budgie slugger, Kelvin, coming into bowl.
Kelvin Cochrane, born in 1810. That's in the air.
Oh.
Well fielded.
Released that very quickly.
One run.
And Crunchy Date says Gympie are getting through these wickets. That is true. Maroochydore 4 down now. You can probably tell that from your screen. That's where I'm getting that information from. Not your screen, mine, but you know. Ah, Kelvin. Cool as a cucumber as he just collects that ball.
That's captain to captain right there.
Yeah.
That's Coco and Schloss. Sounds like a terrible movie.
Could be a buddy movie, I guess.
Oh, now the walls come off the side. It's just flapping at us. Wop, 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 wop. Sounds like a helicopter. Have to put the heater on
I
the car
think
after
if
this.
Gympie manages to get another 2 or even 3 wickets in the next 3 overs, this could be game on.
I thought you were going to about to make one of your max.
My max commentaries.
Yes.
You know, I reckon if
Oh,
they
he's
get,
beating-
if they
If
get
Gympie
2
ca-
wickets, 2 more wickets, they'll be 6 down.
I reckon if Gympie manages to keep Maroochydore from scoring as many runs as they did, they're a good chance of winning this game.
But
No,
we
sometimes
have,
you're not right in the head, Max.
Don't do it.
I was going to say.
Well, you're going to
after
try and
this
say.
ball,
Oh, just one. That's a good over. when it's finished.
Umpire hasn't called it yet.
No, 1 ball to go.
Right, okay.
Experience. So Kelvin's held himself back, going, I'll deal with these young whippersnappers.
Bouncer at his throat. Do it now.
You may have recognised Kelvin before. He was in the Highlander movie as the Kurgan. He has lived forever. That is over. 4 for 84. We cross live to Max's. Couldn't miss it. Has to say it thought.
Well, I was thinking that if they get a few more wickets, they'll be into the bowlers, which could
That's
bode
not
well for Maroochydore.
Well, yeah, that's where their batsmen are. That's their problem, not playing a wicketkeeper who's also a bowler. So it's Captain Schloss on strike. Matty Watson at the other end.
And who's bowling? Number 14.
Probably Jack White again, is it? Been bowling the last 3 overs.
They're pushing for 2.
A very good arm. Really good arm. Gympie have picked it up in the field here today. They were very good the other week in the field as well before everything imploded.
Yes, that was my other thought, is that when it came down to the close one, they just managed to find a way to lose the match. Sure, they don't need reminding of that, but...
No, they do have half a different team today as well.
That is true.
You gotta wonder when Trent Riddell comes back.
He's got a deep batting lineup.
Well, he's going to be pushing out a good keeper as well. First class Sri Lankan keeper.
Did he keep for those games?
Yeah, it said first class Sri Lankan wicket keeper and batsman. That's a cut shot.
That's
That
good.
might, no, it won't make it.
They've run 2 there. It's good running.
2 run. It may not be the most bish-bosh bash innings, but they're scoring the runs per over. It tires me to watch it because there's lots of running involved.
You just don't even like watching running.
I don't. It takes it right out of me. Just going to have another drink of my rehydration sports drink, but it's put off by its detergent taste. Oh, I don't know if I rinsed out the top lid part, which is where you drink from. Maybe that's where the detergent is. It's in the air.
That's
it's going to fall
safe.
short. It's almost like a tennis shot, that one. I mean, there's no one we know that plays tennis that could spend an hour explaining that to us later on.
Yeah. No need to make anyone racket on.
No. Thank you for attending my TEDness talk.
I was looking down at the numbers and surprised that people are still there, given the quality of commentary.
It's the same ones that have been there the whole time. They must be close family. You sure you don't want to catch a spectacular catch? Have the camera at the other end.
Well, I can't film myself.
Kelvin Cochrane, Coco. The experience. It's another word for old. I should know. No one says I've got experience. Do call me old, though.
Six overs left.
It's Kelvin, also known as Kevy, because people can't say it. Another flump.
this rate, it's going to be close. Because if they're doing it just running ones and twos.
They need to do what they did against Nambour here and go for a big over or two.
A couple of overs are big ones.
But
Mind you, they don't have the batsman. Well, Matty Watson hit a few bombs. He actually won it with 2 sixes in a row.
yes, but
Or a 4 and a 6 at least.
but also Gympie are bowling well, making it very difficult for them to get under the ball.
That's the experience. When you've played a lot of
Ooh,
cricket,
giving us wide.
been around a lot of cricketers, the last thing you want is them getting under your ball.
And Peter Sleep coming into the attack. Oh no, it's still Kelvin.
So they're playing block
Test
and
match.
run out there.
It's like they're playing a final against.
Don't. Don't.
What the hell? I thought I blocked them.
You timed them. They're probably ecstatic to be off the naughty step for a change. Good fielding down in there in the boundary, I think, except that it wasn't. Well, it was a good attempt. Ran away there. One ball to come. 4 for 101. Coco. A lot of runs down through that area.
It should be the end of the over.
Turns out it is. Four for 103 from 15. Max has just gone to do some unproducing. Some kicking.
Another fine day. Couple of overs left in the match. See how this all comes down to. Crunchy date. Want to support local things, boys. We do. Do you?
I walk around my neighbourhood looking for trees that are falling over.
So that you can support them.
Yeah, I didn't think it needed explaining, but why not? I think Crunchy Date was saying that they want to support local things.
That's fair enough. Oh, boys are running hard. I mean, one of them's walking. Oh, he's picked up a slow gallop.
Must have been a pole involved. Matty Watson on strike, thinking about presenting his best side. And there's one. Gympie have, looks like they've decided we'll just go with ones. Let them have ones. They're looking tired. They wouldn't be wrong. And be another one. Matty Watson's half trotted to halfway and then just strolled. Actually, I'm not sure that qualifies as a stroll.
No, I don't think so.
Do you reckon he's given up because he's getting bored? He's like, come on, what is this?
Well, he's the one with the bat. If anyone's going to make the game interesting, it would most likely be him.
Like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Roof. No. I don't know. He just had that look about him like he had been told, no big hits, just be sensible, just block it and take ones. And he was like, this is stupid. I don't want to do this anymore. So he played a shot, called the tantrum. Went for 6. Eyeballed his captain, said, what do you reckon about that? Captain said, enjoy seconds next week. Well, you may or may not be playing against Maxwell. Well, may not will be the option there, I'd say. He might even trot that hole. Look at that. All of a sudden, he's got his health back and he trotted all the way.
1-6. It's like, oh, I'm not feeling sore anymore.
Yeah, I'm good now. Into the over. 4 for 113 off 16.
Watch local, be local, play local, support local. Your advert here. This advert's brought to you by TelestreamTV.
Those ads were so long ago, I don't even know what they are.
I
We can't hear the sound while they're playing.
Oh, I know that one. That was the watch local, be local, support local. Your advert here.
Yeah.
But I actually found ones of those that we didn't make into ads.
Ah.
I was thinking that they might debut some more.
Oh. Not an innings break or anything like that?
No.
Change of bowling. This might be time. Nope. Won't be. Tom White, maybe? Whitey. We had McGlone. Mason McGlone has bowled one over while our back was turned. And Tom White back on. Upish. That 6 within that over basically bought them another over of just blocking it around and running ones, because that's,
well, it doesn't mean
like
they have to
one
block
over.
it around and run one, like do nothing.
no, I mean, never mind.
I know what you mean, but like I say, they're not.
Takes the pressure off them from what they were doing, which was just bunting it around for once, because they've bought an extra over of time by having 6 off one shot. He's back to playing it long and going for a teenage walk. Stupid, don't have to block and just run one chicken. Stupid.
So is this now Watson on strike again? Are we potentially in danger here?
No, that was Watson.
Okay.
Schloss has got the maroon helmet on and the number 9.
Oh, I can't see that.
You're sitting in front of 2 monitors. The ability to put any of all of the cameras on that you need to.
Yeah, but there's only one camera I'm looking at.
You and Matt Watson could hang out together and stare at yourselves.
Had a great date. Who with? A mirror.
That's in the air and could be caught. Is caught.
Well, I'm guessing with that catch, there's probably going to be another wicket in the tally.
You're not going to find commentary like this in many places, people.
Some would say there's a reason for that.
There certainly is. And it was odd. That was the skipper, Blaine Schloss, who's been blocking it and running for 1 all day. He must have caught a bit of the Watsons.
Maybe someone out there had a performance-enhancing headband and he felt it, but then was out
his
of that
pocket.
range.
Possibly.
When the
The
shot
new
was-
batsman's come in, did a couple of sideways step things that you do when you're...
When you're young and pretend you know what you're doing.
Yes, so he must be a bowler, I'm guessing. Which means, look out, another batsman's coming to the crease from Maroochydore. That was over, apparently. 5 for 116 off a hole over. So something
5
tells
for
me.
116 off and over.
Apparently. 3 overs to go. 24 to win. 8 per over is the rate required.
It sounds like Maroochydore is still appealing over in the other field.
They are. It's because it's the first game of the year and their whites are still looking rather smashing.
Okay, looks like Kelvin back into the attack.
You mean the sauce, or?
That's what I said. I know what you're talking about. That was clonkish.
What's clonkish? Now I'm wondering, you know who this could be?
Hey, that's Kelvin.
You know who this could be with the running on and everything else, with the brand new bright charged shirt?
Who?
Could be the Golden Fleece.
Ooh.
We haven't seen. But it's not. It's Cody Brown, the Tasmanian import.
Oh, let's see how his arm is.
There's his
He's
second
batting.
helmet. He's looking around the field. He's going, yep, I couldn't throw it in from out there, that's for sure.
See if he can hit further than he can throw.
You'd have to think so. I reckon he might have a dodgy shoulder.
That's fair enough. Oh,
Played that around the corner and run. One run. This is, of course, Kelvin Cochrane bowling, as I said earlier. Ooh, that's
high.
in the air. It's going to be right in front of him. Oh, that had to hurt. Don't rub it, Kelvin. Just walk really stiffly like it hurts a lot. It's like he got kicked in the shin by a cow. He's just gone, yep, no, it's okay. I'll sell you later. Now I've got to wonder if the van's going to blow away. That's Glod.
That's a good shot. That's going to be 4.
Is it
Oh.
really now? That's outstanding fielderising.
That is quite good fielding. That looked 4 all the way right until it wasn't.
Well, I didn't think it was 4. I thought it would be touch and go. Turned out he touched it.
Oh, look, it's not a nightclub.
And the ball didn't go.
So, Kelvin coming into bowl. Ooh.
That's hit him right on the good knee. That's his photographic knee, that one. When he's at the beach taking his Instagram selfies, that's the knee that normally features. So he's going to have to probably put that behind.
What's the problem with the way he's batting there?
He's hopping around. He seems to have gone limp. Got a limp, I mean. I reckon it's hit part of the pad where there is not any pad.
Yeah, well, he was so far down on his back leg that the coverage part just moved completely out of the way, and the ball went straight into his...
Maroochydore teammate came running on with the magic water. He's waved it away and said no. Brought the wrong coloured bottle. Need the one with the scotch in it. Whooshka. He's running better than he was before.
Well, that's the way these things go, isn't it?
I don't know.
It's to be the end of the over.
5 for 123 off 18. 2 overs to go.
In all seriousness, though, you are currently watching me. I'm not advertising anything other than the fact that you can advertise here in this spot. Contact us at sponsor@telestream.tv.
Mm-hmm. 17 required for Maroochydore victory. They might be getting a bit of deja vu, although a bit more of an ask in this game than the last one. Right. Here we've got bowling. I think it's
Gympie.
Tom White. Matty Watson on strike, steps back. Pushes off that leg, which won't be in photos for a while. It's going to have a black eye, that leg. Shouldn't affect him in any ways. It's not like
Oh, that's
black-eyed
actually
peas.
caught.
That's out. Wicket's as good as getting someone out in this form of the cricket.
And let's see it again, because my switching in that one wasn't the best.
He's just gone, scooped it around. It's run up the bat,
and the
hit his gloves.
Keeper's gone, oh, yeah,
I'll take that.
why not?
He's saying, nice, part-time keeper. I'll let Ritters know when he comes back that I've had a stumping, 2 catches. Here's your gloves. So that is... That was Brown gone. Incoming is Matty Olsen. We haven't seen him since last season.
Hoping to probably jimmy it around for a few runs.
I don't know how many people are going to catch that one.
Oh, through the
Good
field,
attempt.
through the infield. Looks like there's a person on crutches right over on the boundary there.
There is.
Boundary riding.
In fact, that was the person when Maroochydore were warming up that was going to get the balls from fielding practice that were going too far. It's taken a while. Ooh, he's got something on
good
that.
bit of keeping again.
Great keeping. That's saved at least 2 runs, I reckon.
Let's see that again just quickly.
You had to go the other way. Whooshka. In real time, that looked sped up as you sped that up.
Oh, I didn't speed it up. That was real time.
Real talk. Noosa 3 for 66 off 20 in the 2s. Having a break for drinks.
Oh, they're wanting to play bigger shots, but they're not.
Go to the
having luck.
keeper. Oh, he's ended up on his baton.
Gone to the other end.
Whichever end Matty Watson's running to, that's where you want to throw it currently.
Well, he's not finding the middle of the bat at the moment.
He's having a moment now, leaning on his bat, thinking, God, now I know how Sammy Curtis feels every week. Hey, Sammy, you won't be watching this game, surely. That's in the air, coming this way. 1, 2, 3. Oh, well done. Great fielding. That was Nezzy, of course. Alex Nisbet.
2 balls left in the over? No, that's over now.
That's over. Of course it is. Doesn't tell me that he's going to go on an advert. And
I
then
told
goes,
you an
oh,
over
there's an
ago.
advert. And then I'm talking, and then he goes, oh, I know he's talking. There's an ad on.
All I hear is wah, wah, wah.
I'm surprised you hear that much. Normally, all you hear is, and then I'm going to say this, and it's going to be great, and I'll keep saying this bit. And is there another noise happening? So my cricket seems to have stopped. Hasn't updated in quite a while.
It's just your cricket in general?
I have to say the level of puns of they've driven off a cliff. Possibly. So who's bowling, Max?
That looks like Kelvin to me.
You sure it's not
It's number
Jeremy Schiltz?
18. That's Kelvin.
Okay, so the source is back on.
Does he both have 18? It's Kelvin 16.
He wishes. Good appeal. Given!
Oh,
Wicket, McGivern out. Wooshka, McBlushka. Matty Watson sitting on his haunches going, why can't it be me? Why can't I be out? Good appeal. Well,
this could be the upset of the season.
I'm not able to clarify with my cricket because it hasn't updated whether I've got exactly the right runs or not.
Well, what does the scoreboard say over there? If we can get our cameraman to do a bit of a zoom flex over, doesn't need to be with the zoom flex camera, but just
Of the scoreboard, you could probably get it.
it's it says 129.
Good, that's what I've got. 7 for 129 off 19.1. That was the first ball. They need 11 off the next 5 balls. Oh, that's a good ball. It's a leg by. It does put Matty Watson on strike, whose eye is in, although his legs are out. See if that plays a factor. I reckon he's going to clear the leg and give it a whooshka down towards the cow marshalling area.
Where is Kelvin?
Clapping his hands down near the cows. Yorker, got to be Yorker.
Oh, bowled him.
Oh, he's played it on, has he?
I think so.
We'll get a better view from our straight camera. That
changes things.
That's a very important wicket. And yeah, just a tickle McSchmickle. There we go. Yeah, just snipped him. 8 for 130. You know what would top it off nicely?
Hat-trick?
Well, just to actually bowl them out.
Oh, yeah.
If they're going for the runs in the final over.
Yeah, that's true.
To actually bowl them out and say, right, there we go. Completely.
Sound like you guys need a scorer of your own. Not wrong. We'd love to basically have the scoring system that we've got done by someone at the scoring desk.
Unfortunately, not a lot of people are prepared to work for what we can.
For the amount of money that we're getting for this.
Yes. In fact, I don't believe it's called work.
It's called love of the game.
Yes. However, if you'd like to come by with a suitcase of money, we will accept it in thanks for your appreciation. It's been a whole lot of hitting of the pads going on. It's 1 run. Right, well, I make that 2 balls to come.
8 required. Oh, 8
9.
required for the super over.
9 for the victory off 2 balls.
We're going to get our first super over.
We've got 2 fresh bats peoples in. Benny Baker and Matty Jacksonson, I'm guessing. Oh, 1 won't
You'd
do
hang
it.
on to
Yes.
it. Yeah.
That's a wise, clever head there.
And now everyone's just saying, don't ball a no ball. Don't ball a no ball.
Yeah. You can give away a 6. It's okay. 6 gets you a victory. Well, Woozy is a very experienced cricketer. Right now, he's just to get it all right and just get it up there.
That's
Off the pad again.
really good cricket.
And there is victory.
For Gympie.
What a fantastic win. Cricket was the winner as well as Gympie there. So Gympie, get up. Well done. Congratulations to the Gympie Gold. What a fantastic game. They held on to their nerve. No nervousness there towards the end of the game.
Yep, they did everything they needed to. And so Gympie's beaten Maroochydore.
The top team,
Maroochydore has
unbeaten.
beaten
Everyone.
Tawantinsuya
Yes.
this Thursday night.
Gympie plays. Don't. Pop in, say hello to us. Crunchy said, a much easier win this time compared to the Glasshouse. Well, yes.
Drop
Considering
out data signal. No, nothing like that. That was just me pressing the complete wrong button.
Considering that Glasshouse actually won that game.
Yeah.
And Gympie imploded. Right, around the grounds.